4-1-25. Balwyn 3-5-23 as we get started for the second term. Great tap down there from Wynn. Didn't really go anywhere. Holmes, the man that was talked about heavily during the quarter time break. Inside forward 50 for Balwyn for the first time. Plenty of numbers around for Norwood as Holmes tries to grab it. Can't quite do so. Meeson, the big man, tries to pick it up. Handball came out the back there from Waller. Didn't go where he intended. McCubbin off to McCormick. Out wide to the outer side of the ground, Ambrose.
Good tackle.
Hard up on the wing and held up. Ball going over the boundary line right in front of our live care Croydon boundary riders. So ball to be thrown in once again. Mason and Wynn once again go at it. Balwyn get the clearance inside forward 50.
There's Bate.
And trying to find the target, but it was Matty Bate. Sitting back in the hole and taking a lovely mark. So Bate kicks short. And the kick wasn't flash. Goes over the boundary line and out of bounds. So we can get some more update scores. Just looking, not a great start for Heathmont, as I was suggesting during the warm-up. Heathmont 1-1-7 up at Fentree Gully 7-2-44.
Wow.
Doncaster East now lead by 2 goals out at Zerby's Reserve over Murrelbach. Yeah. Ben Warren Smith happy with that one. There's Norwood try and push forward. Not much happening though. Great pressure around the contest. That seems to be what's really made an impact. Brash.
Yeah, look, at the moment, Dyson, you're right. I think just really, it's a lot of contested possession, and it's just going to be the side that really can take advantage of it and make hay while the sun shines.
The sun is certainly shining. Great taken out of the mark there was out of the ruck there was Jessup. Tackled and cross kicks away. Kick wasn't flashed though, out in front of Goebbels and over the boundary line and out of bounds on the full.
Interesting matchup here. Goebbels and Davey Johnson run on a run with roll.
So Hill gets his kick away. They've transferred across to the commentary side wing. Under a lot of pressure there was DeClerc, but he gets paid the free kick. He's got Bate on short, decides to go to him now. Be under pressure when he marks. Holds, plays on centre wing, commentary side, inside forward 50, over the head of McCormick. Jessup around the ball, gets tackled hard, drops it clean, and a free kick going the way of the Balwyn Football Club off half back. So it'll be Waller with the ball. We've done a fair bit of everything just in the last 5 minutes of that first term. Crow just looks to find a target. Got plenty of short options on, decides not to go to him. Goes long, looks like Weatherald on the outer side. Short chip kick over the top. So they're just working it well, slowing the game down. Goebbels gives back to Weatherald, who kicks up towards centre wing. Another series of handballs. Weatherald with a ball at centre wing. Looks to go towards the forward 50 in the Barker direction. Can't quite hold it. And over the boundary line and almost over the fence, Luke Barker. Right in front of the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Norwood 4-1-25, Balwyn 3-5-23.
The half-back lines of both sides are well on top here at the moment.
Just looking, must have been out of bounds on the full, so a free kick going the way of Brent English for Norwood, who kicks up towards the wing. Nice mark taken there by Stewie Hill. So Hill gives away to McCubbin. Early contender for Concave Player of the Day, Zach McCubbin. Gives to McCormick, who marked on the lead. That's 70 from home for the Norseman. Inside forward 50, looking in the Williams direction. Why wouldn't you? Has to beat 2. Can't quite do so, but will win the free kick and advantage going the way of the Norwood Football Club. Great click there from Matty DeClerc, and he puts his sides 5th on the board. They move on to 5-1-31, Balwyn 3-5-23 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Andy, just where you want your small player. Front and square, that's why DeClerc got the goal.
Well, what happened was 2 defenders went on to Lee Williams to obviously spoil his influence, and in doing so, there was a free player on the ground. That player was Matty DeClerc. He knew where the goals were, and it's 6 more points for Norwood.
Exactly right, and ball back in the middle once again. It's a handy lead now with that goal, Ben Warren Smith.
Yes, they're certainly kicking straight this afternoon. So ball back in the middle now. Taken there by Meeson. He got the little knockdown, came out towards Holmes. His kick was smothered. That was really good play there. Over the top there, forwards. Handball put his teammate under a lot of pressure there. Stacks on the mill. The umpire said play on 4. Got another little handball out to Jordan, who links up wider there with Bate. He'll swing around on the left boot and kick it up towards the half-forward line. Bouncing football. Wasn't favourable. Pendlebury was there to mop up there for the Tigers. Got the little handball away. They'll search out wide here. On the end of this is Kettle. His first game with the Tigers. Handball over the top. top there. Fraser screaming for it, but the little short kick there by Roach found out Tregear. Went one way, then the next. Usually wants to go to the left, but got the handball over the top there to Fraser, who linked up well there with Roach. They've gone end-to-end here. The Tigers, they kick up towards the half-forward line. Stewie Hill will be there to mop up for Norwood. He has poise. He got the handball away to Declan. Little handball out wide, Win. They're linking up well now across the half-back line. The Norseman kick up towards the wing position. McCubbin was out-muscled and given away. They might have given away a free kick here. Balwyn, the crowd was screaming for it, but Tregear was there to mop up there for Balwyn. Short pass was on, but to no avail. Matty Bate, who is having a sensational game so far, takes the mark. Kick along the wing position. Brent English takes it now for Norwood. Takes his time going back to. Standing the mark there, Rod Crow. English. Always a beautiful left foot kick, and that's no different either. Coming out, Matty McCormick. Another left footer goes towards the Williams direction. He had two players to beat at the back of the pack there. As Murray slipped through Rhett Jordan, one way then the other. Little handball over. It's taken by Weatherald. They're doing okay here, ball, and it's a hot football across the half-back line, and the mark's been taken there by Fraser. So he'll switch the play now to the far side of the ground. Mark's been taken. Screaming for it is Sean Cross, who's short. Alan Murray in the middle of the ground, asking for it as well. They'll go backwards to go forward. Short passes on. Roach. He's getting a fair old piece of the football as well, Brash.
Yeah, very handy acquisition, young Tommy Roach. He's played very well so far.
So Roach. Short passes on in the middle of the ground. This is where they can link up well here, the Balwyn Football Club. One way then the other. Out towards the broadcast position. Tregear dropped what he should have taken, but he had plenty of time on the left boot to kick it up towards the half-forward line. Standing in position A was Lachlan Bain. He'll go back over his man on the mark. Kick up towards the half-forward line. Doing it in bits and pieces, that's okay. Bain again gets it back on the left boot. Oh, and almost a slip catch going across the mark, but it is a Balwyn mark, about 55 metres out from goal.
Was a lot of possessions there, Andy, for Balwyn to get that shot on goal. They were made to work extremely hard there by Norwood.
Yeah, they were, but what they're doing is they're controlling the ball around the half-back line, and they're trying to get the Norwood defence up to create more room in the Balwyn forward line, and now it's resulting in a shot on goal.
Kicked one in the first, Blake Broadhurst. Now he's going for number 2. Gets very close to the man on the mark, but that doesn't matter when you kick it straight over the goal umpire's head. That's the one they were looking for, the Balwyn Football Club. They've got their fourth after kicking 5 straight behind. Bendigo Bank scoreboard 7.5 minutes into the second term. Balwyn 4-5-29, trailing by 2 points. Norwood 5-1-31. Grant Campbell, thanks to Choose Tap match stats.
Not too many big differences in this second quarter. 4 inside 50s apiece, and clearances 3-2 in favour of Balwyn.
So, very close game we've got here. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast on 98.1 Radio Eastern and streaming live around the globe on efl.org.au. Umpire bounces it back. Jordan took the knockout. That was good play. Norwood linking up very nicely here. The kick goes up towards the half-forward line. Who's coming out, and use of the body was magnificent there by the skipper, John Holmes. And he'll go back. It might be just beyond him this distance, but he looks like he's confident he can make it. Just taking it inside the paint, so he'll kick from just outside 50.
We challenged Win, and he got that first tap.
Yep. Went
to Jordan, and now it's resulting in a shot on goal. And let's see how Holmes goes here.
So he couldn't be straighter if he tried. He gets to the 50 now. Oh, distance isn't a problem, and either is the accuracy until the last moment where it floated across the face and through for one behind. That wasn't the answer they were after, but they do stretch their lead to 3 points, 5-2-32 Norwood. 8.5 minutes gone on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Balwyn 4-5-29. An absolute ripper game we've got on our hands here. Balwyn using the far side of the ground here through Crow, who took it from the kick in. Looks like he might look to switch it back there. Pendlebury was screaming for it in the middle, but Crow elects to go wider. Play just slowing down a little bit here.
Yeah, Balwyn in a contempt to play tempo footy here.
They'll take off. Crow takes it again. They're mucking around with the football a little bit here. Balwyn in across their back pocket line. Scrambly kick, and it's been turned over too, taken by Gould, who cut off very nicely Rennie Gilchrist. The kick wasn't good at all, and he had the time, Gould, to come in and take the mark. He'll have a shot from 40 out directly in front.
That's Norwood's forward press working an absolute treat there. I reckon they've worked on that in the off-season, and again, you know, it's resulted in a shot on goal.
Justin Gould, he can make them pay here. They wanted a goal a moment ago, and they won't get one now either, and he barely got that through for a behind the disappointing shot on goal by Justin. But once again, they'll be stretching their lead, the Norwood Football Club, out to 4 points now. 10 minutes gone. Bendigo Bank scoreboard 5-3-33, Balwyn 4-5-29.
Nice long king out of defence. Can't quite fall. Great mark there from Stewie Hill. Just managed to climb over about 3 blokes at the back of the pack. Gives his handball away. Finds a teammate in Jake Ford. Inside forward 50. Kick wasn't overly flash. Gilchrist sat in the front of the pack. Cop one over the chops. Umpire said, no, you didn't. Now he gets the ball back, trying to kick up towards half back. Nice mark taken there by Goebbels. Andy?
No.
Oh, sorry. As in number 4, Jeff Goebbels.
Just had your back.
Mitch Kettle. For those of you playing at home, not Mitch Kettle, who's moved on from the Balwyn Football Club. We are not pronouncing it correct. It is Mitch Kettle. Moving it forward. Great work there. Trying to push it forward was Kettle. Inside forward 50 now. Marking option there was Broadhurst. He couldn't take the mark. Great tackle and ascendancy there from Ava. And although he's given away the free kick, so Broadhurst a chance to line up.
It's funny, Dyson. Blake Broadhurst came across from the waffle as a key forward, and I think he's actually relishing the opportunity of being the main man down at centre half forward.
Exactly right. So he can line up through his second of the afternoon, get this back, and it put Balwyn once again in front. Plenty riding on this kick at the 11-minute mark of the second term.
This will really hurt Norwood if he can put this through after their last few shots on goal.
So Broadhurst sends it on its way and looks pretty good. Yep. Players around the goal umpire are happy. Goal umpire is happy. And the Bendigo Bank scoreboard is happy because it's got another goal on it. 5-5-35 Balwyn, Norwood 5-3-33 in the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. You're listening to AFL Game Day, brought to you by the Pancake Parlour. Choose Tap Match Stats. Thanks to Grant Campbell. Download the Choose Tap app today.
Very uncontested game style this quarter. Balwyn leading the uncontested possessions 36-21, with Norwood leading the contested ball 14-11.
That's why we have a sponsor sheet, Ben Ryan Smith.
Doing very well, Dyson. You haven't lost anything.
Someone's got it.
Ball back in the middle. Jordan copped a push after he got rid of the football, so it might be downfield instead of the a little bit of confusion here whether it will be advantage paid, but it will go downfield.
Nice haircut on Rick Jordan too. Shave back and sides.
If only. The ball goes in. Alan Murray gets a little handball away. It was a bit of a look away one, came after it again. Norwood have the numbers. Poynton came in, broke one tackle, got boot to ball too. That was pretty good play. Kicks it inside forward 50. But standing strong was Big Rod Crow.
25.
Yeah.
And
unnecessary from Matty McCormick.
Yeah.
At the moment, I reckon Norwood are playing dumb football, and you just might sound a bit, but I just reckon their forwards are not reading the signs.
No right of reply from Andy. Didn't agree at all, Brash, as the ball goes up the half-forward line now, and Ball would have done it really easy through the corridor, and the mark has been taken by Lukey Barker. We've been waiting to call this boy on shot on goal for the afternoon.
I'll just elaborate on that, was the fact that the Norwood forwards know that 2 blokes are going to go up against Lee Williams, and they're not front and square and crumbing.
Matty McCormick should have 3 goals by now, is what you're saying.
It's happened once, and Declare kicked the goal.
Yeah, that's the only time though.
Yep, that's the only time.
So Barker, they lead by 2 points. He very rarely misses, except for this time when people like Wayne Brasher put the Moz on and he pushes it to the right-hand side.
Commentators care.
A minus score, 5-6-36 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 13.5 minutes gone here. Norwood 5-3-33. This game is an absolute cracker.
Oh, Mark.
Matty back kicks out of the fence, but a great mark taken by Budgie Murray. Short chip kick, finds its target. Nice mark there taken by Wright. Obviously not as good as the one he took out at Jubilee Park last year. Back to Murray.
Tell you what, I reckon he slimmed down a bit there too, among the Murray.
Certainly has. Inside forward 50, nice kick from Waller. Found its target, and Rennie Gilchrist plays on from the tightest of angles. Could this be a contender for the Pancake Parlour Player of the Day? Great goal there from Rennie Gilchrist, and exactly what Balwyn needed. Puts them now 9 points ahead of the Norwood Football Club. Balwyn 6-6-42, Norwood 5-3-33 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, I think to elaborate on Brush's point, yeah, it's Norwood are playing a bit like a deer in the headlights, just not really sure what's going on. And I've got to say, Murphy Ambrose switched off there, and Rennie Gilchrist had the confidence to take the game on and slot through an absolute sausage roll.
And once again, they've taken the opportunity to move Goebels back into the forward line to try and stretch Norwood again.
Mason, as he's done so all afternoon, got the knockdown and eventually comes out to Kennedy on the right boot, kicks the ball inside forward 50, one-on-one situation, almost taken there in the mark by Declerc. He might actually get back again. Declerc barged through was Barker. He created the spoil. Gilchrist, can he have two in a matter of minutes? Swings around on the left boot but pushes it too wide. Out of bounds on the full, so I'll let off there for the Norwood Football Club. Stewie Hill to bring the ball back in. SEN Player of the Year last year in the back line. EFL representative only a matter of weeks ago. Kicks it out of that defensive zone. Davey Johnson had the front spot. Murray was over the back, but strong hands there by Johnson, Wayne Brush's boy. Takes the mark.
Murray had to spoil there.
Yeah,
he needed to put the fist in instead of going for the mark.
Not a bad cricketer either, Davey Johnson.
Yeah, just a bit.
Dixon swings around on the right boot. Well, they've switched the play okay here. Ball into the middle of the ground, risky kick. Blake Broadhurst did well there for the Tigers. Ball hits the deck. Declerc probably could have actually got a free kick there, but he got it out wide. That was okay. On the right boot, they go up towards the the wing, I should say, and now it's the big man, John O'Wynn, kicks it inside 450 or thereabouts. It was a strong lead there by Williams, but he couldn't pick it up. Eventually, it bounced into his lap. Handball back towards Wynn. Ripper tackle there by Chris Pendlebury to bring the big man down to ground, and we'll have a bounce 50 metres out from goal.
Aren't those the best tackles? Give him the ball and then tackle him to the ground.
Ripper effort by Wynn there. He went in 3 times and eventually at least stopped Balwyn from getting the turnover.
Mason over the back, straight into the arms of David Johnson, hit the deck, asking for in the back. He's not trying to get it out either. He could get pinged here, and I think he has. So...
Around the grounds, thanks to the local Burger Co. Aaron Hurl, halfway through the second term. Donvale 4-4-28, lead the Titans 4-2-26.
Yeah, good game out there in Division 4 as Alan Murray in the middle of the ground on the right boot kicks the ball inside forward 50. A huge fly over the back and couldn't be quite pulled down there. That would have been sensational by Goss. Ball around. Sacks on the mill will have a bounce here as trying to release the football there was Jared Matheson.
Andy, at the moment, Balwyn are having a purple patch run of form. They've really got to make hay while the sun shines on and put some more scoring pressure on here.
Yeah, critical time here. Balwyn getting the next goal. It just gives them a bit of breathing space.
Tregear double fister out to Ford, who banged it on his boot. It went to Cross, though. Takes the mark inside forward 50 or thereabouts. Mark's been taken a little bit too far out to score, right near the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 9 points is the difference. Balwyn have the lead. Might want to square things up here. That's okay. Crows come down from the half-back line, takes the mark. There's not a player forward here. So everybody in the forward line for the Balwyn Football Club as they create the switch out wide. Here's Weatherald. Short chip is on. That's okay. Might go for the old 1-2 here. He eventually does. And he was put under a lot of pressure there by Kennedy. That was a silly option and a very good tackle too. So Norwood, they'll get a chance to reprieve. Gould goes in towards Bate. He'll want to swing around on the left. Takes the mark just inside the centre square. He might create the switch here. It's switching from one side to the other. That's pretty good play. Bouncing football out towards the Matty Ava direction. The big man Mason was there to meet the football. He had pretty good skills too because he got it on towards his skipper. Here he is on the left boot. Inside forward 50. They've spotted up players. They're free. Lachlan Bain takes the mark. He's on a tough angle, but he had a lot of metres on Stuart Hill there, so Hilly won't be happy with that one.
Around the grounds, thanks to the local Burger Co. Coldstream 4-3, lead Kilsyth 1-3.
Short passes on now. Mark has been taken. I think it is Weatherald out there that's taken it. Another short pass. Barker wanted it, but the umpire said no. Go back over your mark, which was pretty stiff in my book. Like he went back over his mark, but might just be beyond him here.
So it's on behind play here.
Yeah, That's what we like.
Tough shot on goal, but that doesn't matter when you can put it straight over the goal umpire's head.
It's a free kick. Yep.
It might be the Tigers' way,
Yellow
and it might be paid here.
Yellow card.
No, it's against Balwyn. Let's cross down boundary side. Thanks to Life Care, the boys are pretty close to that one.
Yeah, Davey Johnson just took a dive early and then gave Rennie Gilchrist a little one back, so that's what he's off for.
So we're going to... The umpires are just about to confer.
It should be a goal then.
Should be, because
it's gone through for a goal.
It just depends on when the free kick was played.
There it is. Bang! So, goal to the Balwyn Football Club.
No chance of a double goal.
Yeah, he got that one.
That was Jackson Weatherall that kicked
Jackson Weatherall.
So, tough shot on goal. He went to pass off to Lukey Barker, who took the mark in probably an easier spot, but was asked to go back over it and then put it through. So, big goal there to the Balwyn Football Club. We said that they were on top of play and they're putting it through the big sticks now. 20 minutes gone, so we're into time on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Second quarter, 48 plays 33. It's starting to get out to a decent lead now, Dice.
It is, particularly in the context of the game. Time on second term, ball back in the middle. Win wins the tap down that time. Little tap over the top from Holmes. Jessup, under a fair bit of pressure, got pushed right in the back and also over the shoulder. Take your pick, umpire. He says, all right, it was over their shoulder. So, Jessup, right on centre wing, commentary side. Just assesses his options, looking for a target. Goes towards half forward Lee Williams. The target flies beautifully. Can't quite take the mark, but umpire's paid it. If that's control, I should be driving a drift car. That's unreal. He's had two grabs at it, each of about 0.1 of a second, and umpire's called that a mark.
Yeah, he got a touch in the back there. It must have been a zither that just pressed that, pushed him forward. I didn't think there was much in that.
So Lee Williams, after a great mark, will line up. Man on the mark stands at 50. Sends it on its way. Going to go right to the top of the goal square and through for one behind. So that's three straight behinds now for Norwood. Plenty of opportunities in this quarter. 5-4-34. Balwyn 7-6, 48, 21 minutes gone. Second term here on EFL Game Day, brought to you by the Pancake Parlour.
Balwyn are working a lot harder than Norwood at this particular stage of the game, trying to create run and carry.
Weatherall goes short, finds Bain. Might just slow things down a little bit here, playing it on their terms. This is the way all sides like to do it. Kick out towards the half-back line. A big fly over the top there by the big man, Renwick Watts. Gets the handball away. They lost it but regathered. Goebbels will take it across the half-back line. Old grandstand side. Short passes on. It was a beautiful kick and a great mark there by Lockie Bain.
Or is it new grandstand side?
Well, it's going to be soon. Still a shell. So Bain gets a 25-metre penalty. Did you see what that was for, Soupy? No, he didn't.
I think it was just encroaching on the mark.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Kick goes up towards the half-forward line. Stuart Hill read the play well, cut it off.
Speaking of generals of the back line.
Short passes on. Johnny Holmes.
So many leaders in the side.
Kick goes up towards Wynn. It wasn't a good kick there by Holmes and went straight down the breadbasket of Alan Murray.
Yeah, he's come alive in the second quarter and, Balwyn have profited.
Asked to move it on now. Here's Murray and he just popped it up and kicked it straight back to Holmes. So a little bit of kick-to-kick for the veterans there as Holmes once again lets himself down and almost went straight back to Murray again. Scoots out wide, trying to break the tackle. There was English. He ducked his head into it and the umpire said, I saw that duck, so you're not getting a high free kick.
Try to take him on.
I think both sides will be happy with the half-time break coming up.
Around the grounds thanks to the local burger company.
Speaking of half-time brash, 3-5-23 Mulgrave Trail, the Waverley Blues, 8-5-53.
Well, you can tell why Dyson Baker was jumping up and down to get that score out as the kick goes up and under. In towards the middle now, Poynton, he was in there, needs to trap the football. He lost it in the spill. Here comes Bain. He might be able to pick it up there for Balwyn. It's a good tackle though by Dixon to bring him to ground and the umpire said, all was fair boys, give it back to me and we'll have a bounce right in the centre of Mullen Reserve.
Willowdale 4-11-35, Blackburn 3-5-23, Vermont 4-10-34, leading Montrose 3-6-24.
Lilydale doing fantastic after the Huddle boys wrote them completely off on Wednesday night, so good to see as the kick goes out wide to Jessup now for the Norseman. He needs to hit a target up forward. Here's John O'Wynn all by himself. The big man's got a lot of possessions all by himself this afternoon. Holmes is there to lend some support, got the little handball out. Here's Ford on the right boot, sends it inside forward 50, lets himself down with the disposal though. The Balwyn Football Club have time to regather. Kick goes out towards Sean Cross, over the boundary line and out of bounds. Any more scores around the grounds thanks to the local burger company, Dice?
Yeah, just going through them at the moment. Baronia at half-time, 12-2, lead Chancellor Park 2-8. Park Orchards 5-3, Trail Ringwood 5-5. Read out the Waverley Blues score in Division 1. As I said, Blackburn up by 12, Lilydale up by 12 points at home to Blackburn.
Anything from Zerbies?
Waiting on Doncaster East or Moorabach to tweet through.
So the balls.
Asking you shall receive, Ben Warren Smith. Doncaster East 7-6-48, lead Moorabach 3-6-24.
Bayer brings the ball back in now. Great tackle there by Fraser, but the umpire said it was a too crude, and the free kick will go to Justin Gould. Even though it's on the other side of the ground, it looked okay, that tackle, but probably a little bit of sling action at the last moment cost him there. So Gould not confident. He'll go backwards, spots up Calder. No, the umpire said bring it back, and that was good play inside 52 by Norwood. They had the set up there. Jordan was on a good lead and took the mark, but they've got to bring it back now, and Gould will perhaps have a shot.
In the circumstances of the game, Norwood need to score a goal on the stroke of half-time just to get the momentum back their way. I just think Balwyn are just controlling. They're playing tempo football, but in their delivery into their forward line is creating huge headaches for the Norwood defence.
Boy, do they need a goal, the Norseman. It's a sloppy kick. Who's going to be in front? And it was Murray who was there. Dropped what he probably should have taken, but was there to get it back again. One way, then the other. Big man Mason got the handball out to Roach, who got a little handball over the top. There is a lot of pressure here. Fraser copped one high. He gave one away himself only moments ago and got the favour returned. Dyson Baker, thanks to the local Burger Co.
Forest Hill 12-4-76 lead the Eastern Lions 6-6-42. Noble Park leading by 8 goals at half-time over South Croydon. South Croydon have only kicked 4 points.
Ooh.
More than 4 points kicked out here at Mullum Reserve. It's Norwood 5-4-34, trailing Balwyn 7-6-48 here on EFL Game Day, thanks to the Pancake Parlour. Check them out 24 hours at Doncaster and Malvern. Lovely. We'll be back right after this with more EFL Game Day and the Pie Shed halftime show featuring Channel 9's own Clint Stanaway.
No, the one dimple.